Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of the Daily Crypto News. And yes, guys, our 500 XRP giveaway is still going on. And all that you have to do to enter is make sure you press the like button, are subscribed, and of course have commented down below what your favorite crypto is, and this comment will act as your entry ticket, so don't forget to do that. And now if we hit 2k likes within 24 hours, we're giving it away today, so make sure you smash that like button. Now guys, last couple of days we've been talking about two major advancements, or actually major pieces of information that have been going around the crypto space. And one of the two things is right now the combination of Ripple and Swift through IBS or IBIS. And a lot of people have been talking about this in a positive sense, right? We've all been happy with it all because, again, to quote, with Swiss Root, you don't need to acquire or license any of the proprietary Swift hardware or software required to connect to their network. Instead, you can leverage our secure, cloud-based service. Our infrastructure is compliant with Swift security and business continuity standards, and we manage all of the upgrades so that you can take advantage of all the latest Swift capabilities, right? And then again, working with Ripple through the same platform, kind of being, again, all together right now. So there's not really that big battle between Swift and Ripple going on. Together with that, there was, of course, the major FUD / interest in exactly what is going on surrounding Jeff Bezos. Again, my last video was exactly about this, as it could be that after he dumps or that he sells some assets, all will fall, right? And one of the major motivations behind that is, first of all, he knows a lot more than we do, and second of all, whenever he sells, a lot of investors are like, well, if the richest man on earth does not trust his company or the economy to keep going upwards, most likely is going to fall down, right? And I can see a lot of logic in that. Now, something that has not been described right now, at least to me, is in what type of way he's going to be selling his stock. Like, is he going to be doing it piece by piece or all at once or anything like that? Because if I look correctly, then from yesterday to today, Amazon price went down about, it went down from $32.40 to $32.25, so it's about $15. However, again, that's nothing more but a normal fluctuation in price, right? That's really not that crazy. So the big question is it going to continue falling today to a lower low, or was this really it? And really, is he going to sell over a longer period of time, or does he sell a lot at once? Maybe he has found some people who are willing to pay exactly this price for it, because, he's got to have some connections. We don't know. But yeah, that's what I talked about previous episode. Now today, I want to focus a little bit more about the stuff that is kind of unknown, right? Because we know Ripple's really, really bullish. We know a crash might be coming up here. That's two parts. But something we also know is that a lot of people are concerned with the people over at Ripple selling. And I'm talking then about Jeff McCallup, who was the co-founder of Ripple and the co-founder of XRP, but also about Ripple themselves. However, this article here is from David Schwartz, who has explained that Jeff McCallup selling his XRP is the same thing as what Bitcoin miners do when they sell their Bitcoin. Now, of course, it's not completely the same thing. However, you can understand why they kind of look like each other, right? Because, pretty logically speaking here, it sounds kind of the same. Well, let's take a little bit of a look at the article. Ripple CTO has given a response to the widespread claim that the company's co-founder is dumping close to 2 million XRP in the market every blessed day. This is in relation to the act of Bitcoin miners who sell an enormous amount of Bitcoin. So yes, a little bit earlier was said that he sells a minimum of 1.74 million, and a lot of people have been criticizing them for it, all right? And them, of course, Ripple, but also just Jeff McCallup. Now, Ripple CTO David Schwartz responds to these sales. Responding, David Schwartz said McCallup has the right to sell his holdings, and this should not be misconstrued as dumping on the bag holders. He said given the action, negative names is but nefarious, since Bitcoin miners who sell crypto holdings almost every time are not painted black, referencing that Bitcoin has to sell millions per day just to run securely. What security model is worse than requiring honest users to actually spend more than any attacker is willing to pay, he asked. Schwartz therefore concluded that both the attitude of Bitcoin miners and that of McCallup have the same effect on token holders. And again, I'm not going to completely agree with that, but I get the idea, all right? I get exactly what he's trying to say. However, I would write it a little bit differently, because in this case here, Jim McCallup, all he's doing here is just, he had a large chunk of money, and he's just basically dumping it on all of us, right? With Bitcoin miners, they're doing the same thing, kind of, but it's kind of required, right? These guys are mining, which is what's keeping the network running, and Jim McCallup, holding XRP is not important. Him just keeping it doesn't really matter, whatever. The only part that's, doing something is his action of selling, which is then bad for the price, is what some people have been estimating. So to his whole statement, I'm not going to say I agree. However, I do get where he's coming from, because to a certain degree, it's also the same, right? Jim McCallup created the network, so he has all the right to sell. That is true. I also don't think it makes any difference on the price. No. It most likely, again, does not matter at all that he's doing it. That's the truth. However, is it the same like Bitcoin miners selling it? No. These Bitcoin miners are there to keep the networks, secure and keep it running. That they sell it is only a bad thing, yes. But again, they're doing that because they are mining it, which costs a lot of money, right? And then if you relate it forward, then I'm like, yeah, maybe it's not completely the same thing. But that's just a couple of thoughts I wanted to put out for today. And then Ripple sends 20 million XRP to Binance and gets half of it back. Blockchain giant Ripple is spotted transferring 20 million XRP to Binance, getting half of that amount back later as another 20 million XRP was sent between Ripple's wallets. Ripple sends 3 XRP lumps to Binance. Is Binance buying XRP? And Ripple wires 20 million XRP to its other wallet. Well, yeah, that's what's going on a little bit right now. Actually, I didn't really fully get exactly how they got to this conclusion. I'm just thinking that the sender wallet here means that this must be one of Ripple's wallets. However, it's not really explicitly said. Normally they say like sender Ripple. But data published on this page states that around 16 hours ago, one of the blockchain industry leaders, Ripple, wired 20 million XRP to Binance from its funding wallet 1, which is supposedly this wallet then right here. Again, that's what I'm going to be assuming. Maybe it's the first one. Maybe it's this one. That's the first one, actually. It doesn't really matter in the end of it all. And then the question pops up, is Binance buying XRP? Now, the reason I actually wanted to talk about this one is, first of all, because it's kind of strange and interesting that Binance sent 10 million back. Like, why would they be doing that if they just purchased it, which is kind of strange in my opinion. Maybe there's a little bit of a bigger scheme going on. But also because Binance has been really eagerly adding a lot of pairs for XRP, right? And it could be that they want to have more XRP in their holding, because maybe they don't have enough, because they don't want to keep using all the funds of the other people depositing XRP. They just want to, have enough XRP for the sake of. Maybe that's something they want. On the contrary, something else I am thinking about here is maybe Binance themselves would just like to hold a lot of these coins. And another one I'm thinking about, which is really not that certain, I'm not really expecting, but maybe, is that Ripple has to pay Binance, or at least maybe makes donations or pays Binance to get their coin listed more, right? And one of the reasons I'm thinking about that is because they've also paid MoneyGram for utilizing ODL, right? Of course, they had a stake in MoneyGram. They don't have a stake in Binance, so maybe the chances are a little bit smaller. But it's a possibility that Ripple might be partnering up with Binance to a certain degree here to do something bigger. Some leaks, I'm talking about months ago, came out earlier that there could be something going on with the Binance Launchpad on XRP. Again, that rumor has kind of faded with the months here. I'm not really expecting anything to happen in that sense anymore. However, it's something I keep in the back of my head that something like that could eventually, again, most likely not even this year, but something like that could happen, which is, again, kind of called a joint venture. But more so I'm thinking that either they're paying Binance to maybe hop on the system later on. Maybe they want to partner up with Binance US to get a US dollar pair to something else for their ODL, maybe something like that. Maybe that's why they've been paying them. Maybe Binance just wanted to fund it themselves, and maybe Binance believe in the currency. There's a lot of different options here, There's a lot of different options here. And we were not going to get the answer, I don't think. So, yeah. But, yeah, and a little bit of money is being sent around here between addresses, but I don't think that's very, very important to know about. And then XRP could plunge. Well, a lot of these articles come out every single day, guys. It's not even special anymore. All right, another plunge article. I just put it in my back pocket. I'm like, yeah, sure, bro. Another plunge. Oh, really? Yeah. All right. Because it's stuff we're seeing every day, and it's really not the truth. It's, the chances of that happening once more are really, really small. And I'm talking about a plunge, talking about maybe wiping 40% off, 30% off, and all of that. If it happens, well, we will be really happy. And with we, I mean you, I, and everybody else, because it's going to be another opportunity to get yourself some very, very cheap and on sale coins, right? And the reason I'm saying that is because what I expect you to do, and this is not financial advice, but this is just my advice as a person to you as a person, is to, make sure that you always have a comfortable holding position, that you're always happy with what you're holding, but also that you know how to leverage these downfalls in price to make them I wanted to say your, I don't want to curse in videos though, to make it your own. To make them your own, where whenever it falls, you just accumulate more, all right? And that's a very simple tactic, but it will also make sure that your estimated average price at the end will be a very good one, all right? Or your average price at the end, or whatever you want to call that, will be a nice and low one so that you're easier in profit at all points. It's just something I'm thinking about here, but I hope you guys are also up to date with all the strategy points there. I've been telling you guys about it very, very often, so I'm expecting you to all know, but still, again, sometimes I gotta remind people about it. Now, this article here talks about the chance of getting back to 21 cents. The chance of that happening is pretty big over a longer period of time. However, right now, I would say it's not looking like we're going to be plunging a lot unless the bigger plan with Jeff Bezos hops on in and really gets us tumbling downwards. Buy the dip zones 21.2 cents and 24.5. Next resistance zone, if this massive one breaks, 40 cents. I doubt we'll continue rallying, but I will be very satisfied to buy the dip. He commented on his analysis, which is again Michael from the Pupa. He does this type of stuff very, very often. Yeah, some more comments going out here. Nick Patel says, wouldn't surprise me to see dominance now rise until BTC all-time highs, pending a confirmed weekly breakout above 10,600. Then break $20,000 and alts find another bottom, like November, December 2016, and they rally concurrently like March to June 2017. Well, again, guys, we'll be seeing. At this point, it's just a little bit of a waiting game, but I don't expect the prices to fall that much unless the Jeff Bezos idea comes around, where we're going to fall in a couple of days really, really hard, with stocks plunging, with gold going up like crazy. And, well, even if that happens, it could be that crypto right now have a different correlation than they had the previous big fall. But again, it is to be seen. I can't judge. Thank you guys all for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure you press the like button and subscribe. And I will definitely see you guys again in another crypto video.